Clausen for Regina. He'll stretch it up the ice for Durkach. Partial breakaway. Days Durkach. Backhander. Scores! Days Durkach against his former team. Brown takes the bounce over the line. Right wing side. Walking in. Centering. Pass. Scores! Deflected home by Clausen. And Clausen cross ice for Schultz. Nice little move. He's got a breakaway. Maddox. Schultz in. Scores! Oh my! Maddox Schultz, the youngster. A pass across the line, intercepted. Short-handed breakaway. Here's Caden Brown for goal number 23. Scores! Clausen will bring it out. 3-on-1 Regina. Backhand pass Brown for the hat trick. Scores! Caden Brown, his third hat trick of the season. Maddox Schultz near the blue line. Middle point, Reese Hamilton. Schultz, top of the slot. Fires! Scores! It's 6-6. 18 seconds left in the third. Chase Eklund around the net. Up top, Hamilton scores! Left wing side, Caden Brown. Back up top, Jonas Cone shoots and scores! First WHL goal, Jonas Cone! And Caden Brown will grab that puck. What just happened? They collided.
They collided on their way to the net to get the puck.
Oh my goodness, Jonas Cone, his first WHL goal. There's a shot by Semenuk that's blocked. Rebound, Caden Brown to the empty net, tips it for Connor Bear, and he'll put the icing on the cake in this one. Karimov tries the Michigan, slips it in front, they jam away, lose puck is scored! Goal number 10 this season for Cohen Clausen on a mad scramble in front. Aiden Wagner has the puck, he'll move it out to center Lancer. Quick pass off the foot, Fawcett, he walks into the forehand, score! Keith Fawcett, what a goal! Aiden Wagner lifts it off the glass. Now LSBN over the blue line finds Pugh. He's got a breakaway in time. Backhander scores! Happy birthday, Liam, on his 16th birthday. Goal number 6 for Liam Pugh. And a huge hit by Colton Bridgman. Darby got smoked by Bridgman. Trey Johnson chips the puck in as he gets smoked by the 16-year-old Liam Pugh. Anthony Wilson at the right side gets smoked by Dayton Deschamps, and that's payback. Wilson got his bell rung after hitting Maddox Schultz earlier.
Welcome to Pat's Cast, the unofficial Regina Pats podcast. It's episode 229. It's February 16th after a huge family day win over Swift Current. Got Chris and Kevin here as usual, and we got Evan joining us tonight. Welcome, gentlemen.
Hey.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Thanks for jumping on after a wild day, I'm sure, for you at the rink. A full day of events, and yeah, what a game that was today. So before we get into that, a couple of things we should talk about. Top Prospects game. It's coming up on Wednesday in Vancouver. 9 o'clock start. Local. So yeah, it's a late one, but yeah, it's got see Zachary Lansard play that night. Yeah, nothing going on this week until the weekend for the Pats, so I'll be able to watch that game and check out some other top prospects for the WHL. I was reading the release. I went back and actually read it. They haven't had an all-star game style or all WHL thing since 2000.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. Obviously, they had like the Canada-Russia series and stuff like that, and they'd always have the top prospects game for the CHL, but not a full WHL event here. So that's kind of neat to see some other guys and go from there.
Hopefully, some good officiating.
I don't know about that. We know what the WHL officiate is like, right? I'm sure we have a couple thoughts on it after tonight's game.
Oh yeah.
But,
after a few of these games.
Yeah. But yeah, some interesting things happening there. So the other thing I was going to bring up was the newest CHL top 50 players. Yeah, I don't know what to think about it. It was pretty East Coast biased heavy. But I mean that usually is what happens. But yeah, only 13 WHL players. There was 20 O and 18 Q players on the list, but one actually told two former Pats, Connor Bedard, obviously, and old cup of coffee, Al McInnes was on the list. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. You look at the list, and yeah, every guy deserves to be there, and I'm sure every team's gonna say, "Oh, there's a snub here and there," but I don't know. It's a pretty good list.
It all depends on the criteria because a lot of that's NHL weighted. Like,
Yeah, it did say post WHL CHL career was taken into consideration.
Mm.
So,
like,
but
I'm surprised Trottier wasn't there and Clark Gillies.
Yeah.
4 Stanley
Okay.
Cups each for the Islanders back in the 80s.
yeah,
Kind of surprised with that, but whatever. I didn't even look at all the guys.
I just scanned the list here tonight just to look at it. But yeah, I mean, who do you take off the list too, right? Like,
Exactly.
so you got any comment there, Evan? All those older guys that you probably didn't. I mean, there's lots that I didn't see play either. So
Last year, um, and that was pretty cool. Meeting them, we had what was it for? I think it was for. Yeah, I think it was for. What was the reason for it? It was some sort of. They brought all that Memorial Cup back, that team back for
oh yeah,
celebration, and yeah, so saw him, met him. That was pretty cool. So definitely interesting with that ties, and yeah, obviously great player. And yeah, Bedard's Bedard. So not much to say about that. Fully deservedly on this list. So
yeah.
Al McInnes played
yeah.
2 games for the Pats. Did you know that, Evan?
Yes, I did. I did know that. Yeah,
2 games.
And I
it's
don't
interesting. Sure.
remember what the situation was there because he played for the Pat Blues and then he went out west or out east. Sorry,
Bob
Bob Strum.
Strum played some
Yeah.
shenanigans.
Yeah.
Went out east, and then I think, yeah, he won twice with Kitchener, I believe, and then was there for 3 seasons, I believe, too. So yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, Bob
Yeah,
Strum and his old WHL shenanigans.
Wheeling and
yeah.
dealing.
Wheeled and dealed and got him to play here, but they couldn't keep him around for the second season.
Hmm.
Tried.
Yeah.
All right. I don't think I have anything else. The other stuff. You guys got anything else thought of? But
No, I'm
no,
good.
no. All right. Well, let's roll into these games. Like a lot of games here. We touch on.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't even
couple.
really catch much of this PA game. I pretty much missed most of it. So I flip it on. It's 4-2. I text Kevin. He's like, they've been just hanging on. So I don't know. What do you got
Mhm.
from this game, Kevin?
Exactly how my text was. They were able to tie it up a couple times, but
Mhm.
I think PA pretty much controlled the majority of this game.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd have to agree.
Tabby played really well in net.
Yep.
Got to
Really
give
well.
him some props. I think he ended up with third star or whatever with 39 saves. So
That's right. Yep.
give him props, but man, they hung on for dear life and they kept it close. It could have been way worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was well, Tabashnik, I think we've learned this year he's got the ability to potentially steal a game. And I wasn't surprised he started in that. I imagine that Schlenker was going to get the nod in maybe a more winnable game, you could say, against Saskatoon. But coming in
100%.
against Prince Albert, Tabashnik he was outstanding. 39 saves on 43 shots. Kind of what Kevin said. I still think Prince Albert controlled the game. Yeah, they outshot us 44-23, I believe, something like that.
Yeah,
So
something like that.
yeah, so but you saw a couple, not so common goal scorers with Days Durkach and Efren McNutt, so that was good. And yeah, I don't know. It's just like kind of goes to testament to the Pats this season. They not necessarily going to roll over, but they were in that game till middle of the second, end of the second period, really, right? Until they
Yeah,
got that
for
late
sure.
one. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean
Just
you're
didn't
going
have
to the
anything in the
third.
third.
You're going to the third 3-2 like against PA. That's nothing to sneeze at. Like that's solid. And then they get an early one in the third, so it's 4-2. And then yeah, I mean I watched the last like 12, 14 minutes of the third, and there wasn't much left there. It seemed
They had shots, but they just didn't have any real good quality
scoring
chances.
Yeah,
hmm
yeah. But yeah, like you said, Evan, thinking about it, Saskatoon, is the more winnable game. You've had some good success against Saskatoon, so
Yeah.
like you, I'm not surprised that Sebastian got the start in this
Mhm.
one, and then Schlenker in on the Wednesday game. So, like, I mean,
Yeah.
you go into that Wednesday game, and I didn't think this game would be topped, let alone
Mhm.
this week. Like, man,
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
this is a wild game, like insane. Like, I like obviously there's lots of praise for Maddox Schultz. It was his coming out party, et cetera, et cetera. But like we said, there was the Brown 3-3, like 6 points at a game. Like that doesn't happen very often at all.
Not
Yeah.
at all.
You know,
Wow.
I thought they came out of the gates really well, and they had a really strong first period, even though they were down 2-1.
Mhm. Yep. I mean, like you said with Caden Brown, I was actually looking before I came on here. I was curious to see just how well he played and what he kind of finished with. The guy finished with 11 points in his last 4 games. He's got 5 goals and 6 assists.
Yeah.
I mean, he's on fire.
There we
We didn't
go.
have we didn't have any media today because they were doing the team signing event, but that was who we were going to talk to was
Yeah.
Caden Brown and Brad, of course. But yeah, just going back to that Saskatoon game, thought offensively there was a lot of pushback. As really in a lot of these games this year, there has been a lot of pushback from Regina, and Maddox, being Maddox, just provided a spark when they needed it. Of course, he has some games to play with in terms of that 34 game mark. So they're gonna love having him for those games. And even in that win in Moose Jaw, I thought he was excellent as well in that. So um, yeah, that was one of the crazier games. I will say, the weeks since I've come here have just flown by, especially since the season has started. But this week in particular, and like the ones where it's 4 games, 5 nights, 5 games, 7 nights, they go really quickly, but at the same time, it's like that felt like a really long week because of some of the games that they played. Like the scoring in that was just unbelievable. You know?
Oh yeah. Lots of goals. Lots and lots of goals.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like you said, it was back and forth. It was kind of like the one today. But it was interesting. We talked about the officiating, and like Saskatoon got a penalty at the end to like set it up for the Pats. Like they got a penalty, a bench minor.
Yeah.
Like it says delay of game, so like they were arguing that they didn't take a timeout. It sounded like from Dante. Like I
I
don't
don't
know.
think
Like
Dante really knew for sure what was going
well,
on.
yeah, 100%, right? He so either way, but then Regina takes a timeout right after. So there's back to back timeouts like on the same like stoppage. It was kind of weird, but yeah, I mean, and they get the goal called back, which is always rough. I mean, it was totally 100% the right call.
Yeah.
Um,
The hand goal.
yeah,
Mhm.
well, it was a hand pass to directly to a goal,
Yes.
but I was like, I was watching this game on delay, and I kind of figured that the Pats had won, and I was like, oh man, that goal got disallowed, or like, are we sure about this? They still win, like. And you're
Yeah.
just like, just hang on, just keep watching. So, and then Schultz scores that goal. Like it was reminiscent of his
Telus Cup.
Telus Cup goal. Yes,
Exactly.
100%. Yeah, yeah.
Mm,
But like you look
exactly.
about it, you look at it. Caden Brown had a nice shorthand breakaway goal.
Yeah.
What else? What else was there? Like just like
Maddox had a breakaway goal too. They had a couple breakaway
did
goals,
they? Did
but
he have that
Yeah.
one as well? Okay.
yeah.
You know, there's so many goals. I'm drawing a blank on all of them. But his goal in overtime, like what a power move to come out of the corner and just go to the net. Like that's impressive
That
for a
was
15-year-old.
insane. It
That's
was
a
insane.
veteran move.
Yeah.
Veteran move for sure.
Yeah. That was
Um,
insane. Out in the corner, 2 guys on him, and he takes it himself to come out in front and then wait out the goalie,
Yeah.
waited out Gardner for him to go down on his stomach, and then he just lifted it up top. And yeah, that was a really great move. I was standing in front of my TV, you know, going crazy for sure. That was like I couldn't believe it the way that he tied the game after everything that happened. You know, you thought they were down and out, but you could just seems like you just can't count them out. And then the 15-year-old's the one, and you come and saves the day, get you a point, a huge point nonetheless to get to overtime. Huge
Oh
point.
yeah, for sure.
And then in overtime, then he's got more for you. Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's wild. Like we said last weekend, now that he's played a few more games, he's coming along and then boom, like he does that, has a goal today. And yeah, like,
Yeah.
like I
Hmm.
said, um, I know Kevin and I've talked about Pew looking good earlier, but had played more games. Obviously, he went
Yeah.
on the U.S. road trip and got all that experience, and he was looking good too. And now Maddox is looking good. Like, man, like you
Yeah.
want these guys in the lineup constantly, and the fact that he's out down a goal, right? He's taking the draw. Like,
Yes.
he what goal was that? I can't remember. It was maybe which it must have been the Olsen goal early in the third. I think they were stuck out on a line change, or they were stuck out on an icing, and it was a clean loss. He lost it clean, unfortunately, and it resulted in a goal. And but I mean, to go back to him, in that key moment, taking a face
Hmm.
off, like that just speaks to the coach's trust in him and in his not experience, but his talent right now, right?
Yeah.
You can see them both maturing before our eyes.
Yeah.
Just even the last handful of games, you can see them becoming more like Western Hockey League players, not just guys that are just APing,
Yeah,
if you know
right.
what I mean.
Max has got 23 games in now, right? Like that's a third of a season. What's Pew got? Somewhere around there, right? Um, but
Maddox has 17 points in 23 games.
there you go.
And Liam Pugh, I think he's played a little bit more. He's got 26 games. He's got 14 points.
14, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they've got a third of a season under their belt now. And I mean, it's still obviously tough going back and forth, Pat C's and Pat's, but I mean, they're getting more comfortable. You can see, like you said,
Oh
Kevin.
yeah. Like I said, they're maturing. You can see them maturing before our eyes. You can see
Mm.
Schultz becoming the next one, so to speak, I think.
Yeah, and like
Mm.
Pew, his compete, you know, is really well. His physical play is I didn't you've never seen these guys play. Like we saw Maddox play a little bit, but like this Liam came out of the West Coast, so you've never seen him play. Like and for him, like he's got some size, right? So he can play the body, and he's throwing his weight around, and that's impressive to see with a young guy as well, right? He's not shying away from that stuff, trying to hide, you know, and he's out there looking for contact. So that's good, right? That gets him more comfortable in the game too.
Definitely.
Yeah. Anything? Well, one other thing from the Saskatoon game was Matt Pranich taking on a
Props
fight.
to Matty P for taking it. Um,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
guy's like probably close to a foot taller than him, probably like 40, 50 pounds heavier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Give him props for standing in there and giving it a go.
yeah. He took a not a bad hit, but he took a pretty big hit from Pull, and I don't know what they said to each other, but they went. So that was yeah, that was good. But
I talked to him a little bit afterwards. The next day they had practice, and I was there getting some content, and he, well, I don't know if I really asked. He actually asked me. I think he's like, "Did you see the fight last night?" I said, "Yeah," and he just said, "Yeah, I kind of like I didn't have a grip on it right from the start. Like I couldn't grab onto his jersey, so I just kind of had to take it. I didn't really know what I was doing." So
oh,
yeah,
geez.
you could kind of tell, but no, I think it was. I mean, it is what it is at this point, and it was like kind of a he was at a disadvantage from the start. So
Yeah, right.
Give
yeah,
Size
him props for
disadvantage.
hanging in there, though,
Yeah.
exactly, absolutely,
even at the old college go.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys got anything else from this game?
No, there's just a crazy game, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and
Tons of shots, too. Pat's had like 48 shots, I think it was,
Yeah,
and
48-41.
48, 41.
yeah,
So, like, that's a lot of shots. 7-6 finals. So, goalie's got a little bit of a workout.
Yeah, the
yeah,
Pats didn't give up a power play goal. 3 for 3 on the kill, and they were 2 for 3 on the power play. So that's kind of a key there.
yeah.
The power
On the
play
special
is
teams.
yeah, the power play's been pretty good, right? Like all season, they're like fourth in the league in power play goals. So,
Hmm.
uh, but yeah, but yeah, like I said, this is a winnable game. We've played good against Saskatoon. We gave away that other game here in Regina, and they were able
Yep.
to battle back and get 1 and 2 points in this one. So that's nice.
Yeah, it was a good bounce back. I think they wanted their lick back on that, so
Yeah.
it's good to see them pull that out.
Yeah, so you come off a win there, and then you're thinking, okay, get 2 out of these next 3, right? Like it's tough to beat a team twice.
Yeah, at least split the Moose Jaw games for sure.
Yeah, you get you get Moose Jaw first at home, and you're thinking, okay, and it was a pretty. I mean, after the, I don't want to say it was a letdown, but I mean, like, definitely wasn't exciting as the
Yeah.
Wednesday game. But hey, against Moose Jaw, a win, you get the first win in the home and home. It's kind of key. And hey, 2 points, another 2 points there, right?
Yeah, I think when I saw you guys after the game, or yeah, it must have been after the game, and I just said to you, it was just like a normal game. There wasn't really anything cinematic, or maybe it was because of what just happened a couple nights before that. But it just felt like a casual, normal hockey game. And there was nothing crazy. It was a 4-2 final with an empty netter. Just a normal, tight game between two teams that are very familiar with each other. So again, they battled back in that one. They were trailing actually. They gave up an early goal and scored 3 straight, and then another early goal on the power play to start the third, and they managed to hold on. But they've played in a lot of these tight games. I think it's gonna pay dividends for them down the stretch. So
They're definitely used to the tight games.
by
Two
now they
goal
should be.
games, 1-2 goal games. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that they Moose Jaw gets that early goal in the third, like you said there, Evan, and it was kind of the same thing I was thinking about with Saskatoon. I'm like, oh man, can they hold on like for a whole period?
Yeah.
And they were just able to. They just couldn't buy a power play. It seemed again. It was just like the
Yeah.
Saskatoon game.
Yeah.
Like, what was the power play they actually got? It was a roughing, and
Yeah.
early in the third they got a roughing penalty. That was it. But like, yeah, like you said, you get the empty netter and seal the game there, and 2 points. Great start to the weekend. Yeah, like you said, Moose Jaw, I don't know, there just isn't as much juice against Moose Jaw as there used to be. We've talked about this a few times, but yeah, like I don't know.
It's
It seems
not the 90s or 2000s anymore.
no,
The
right?
2020s
Yeah.
seems to be
Um,
less less issues lately.
yeah. One thing you brought up, Kevin, 7x/current Pat C's in that game.
Yeah, a whole bunch.
Yeah, that's kind of wild, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, it's been a good program for a long time, right? So it's
Finally paying some dividends for the players there.
yeah, right.
Mhm.
Obviously, them winning the Talis Cup last year, and I mean, it's the only team in Regina. Obviously, Saskatoon's got the 2 teams, so they kind of split and they kind of have their ups and downs. But Regina's usually pretty good over the last little bit here, right? So, I mean, just like you said, it's just a normal game, a great win over Moose Jaw. Any win over Moose Jaw is great. So, yeah,
Yeah.
I don't have much else. What do you guys got about, with this game?
Like you're
Not
saying,
nothing much.
it felt like a normal game. Like there was hardly any extracurricular stuff. There was hardly any pushing and shoving. Hardly any. It was the weirdest thing to see. It's always weird to see the Pats and Moose Jaw, like the quote unquote rivalry we have. Like there was nothing. It's like two teams just playing out the game just to play the game.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. So then you go into Moose Jaw and you're just like, okay, we got 2 for sure. Can we get another 2? And I mean, this game, I don't know, it seemed a little better for the Pats, seemed a little more exciting. I thought, even though I was watching it on TV, obviously, I would have liked to go to this game. We talked about it, but it just didn't work for me. But Evan, you were there. You're in the booth
Hmm.
doing color for Dante. What did you think of this game?
I actually thought this was one of the best games that they have played this season. I really thought it was. I thought from the opening puck drop until they had about, I'd say out of the 60 minutes that they played, I'd say they controlled the play for about 55 minutes. I think from start to finish, they were ready to go. I think they were a little unlucky in the first period. in my opinion, they completely dominated offensively. I hadn't really seen them move the puck that well actually in quite some time, and you could tell that with those two big wins. Like I really think that win in Saskatoon helped spark it a little bit, but they were playing with confidence, and I think they're still playing with confidence. But in this game particularly is when I saw it the most. We saw 2 goals from defensemen in the game at home against Moose Jaw, and then those are the first 2 games in that game. And then on Saturday, it was the same story with Peranich and obviously Jonas Cohn picking up his first career WHL goal. But yeah, overall, like they're up 4-0 in this game and really controlled it into the early part of the third period, and then afterwards they settled down a little bit. After Moose Jaw made their push, which that was anticipated, but I really liked the way they were moving the puck. I liked their chances. I thought they were moving quick out there when it looked like Moose Jaw was skating in circles or trying to, stay above the water there. They were skating in quicksand.
Yeah, I was just going to say the same thing, skating in quicksand.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I thought they were very dominant in this game. I think this actually might have been the best game they played all weekend. So I was very impressed.
Yeah, like obviously the Saskatoon and the Swift Current win were were quite wild games, but that's not the way the coaches draw it up. This is probably more what the coaches expect out of the team, right? Like you said, the dominant first period, they just couldn't score in the first, but they had chances galore. Like the first 5 minutes, they were all over them.
All over them. Yeah.
And yeah, like you said, Moose Jaw had a little pushback after they changed the goalie, in the end there, early in the third, I think it was, right? And
after that
they got a
goal,
yeah, they got a couple quick ones there, and then, I mean, Regina was just able to hold on to it and finish it out, right? So
yeah, they were able to stem the tide.
Yeah.
Schlenker didn't really get tested that much. I don't think, other than the 2 goals, they didn't really have much for real good quality opportunities. So
I mean, 8 shots through 2 for them.
Yeah.
Like that's
props to the team, props to the defense.
Yeah.
Whatever the system was making it work was really good for the Pats.
Yeah, Moose Jaw didn't look nearly as good as they did on Friday night. But yeah, I mean, sometimes the goalie wants a little more shots like that. Sometimes you're a little cold. You get 8 shots.
That's honestly what I think happened in that third period.
Just a couple finally good opportunities.
Yeah, like they outshot them 24-8, and when we were talking on the broadcast, the shots that went in, like I think he just it'd been quite some time since he'd really been tested, and so they just kind of went in. But I think they weren't rewarded. They definitely weren't rewarded in the first period from everything. But we talked to head coach Brad Haroff, and at the end of the game, he just said the message was simple: is keep playing the way you're playing. Eventually, the goals will come, and what they say about goals that they come in bunches. And in the second period, they eventually got rewarded with that with 3 second period goals. So really, a job well done from them.
Yeah, like I said, that's one of the better games I've seen all season, especially this week. But yeah, so sweeping a home and home is impressive, right? It's always tough, like I said, to beat team twice, and they did. But yeah, Jonas Cohn, going back to that, kind of just threw the puck on net, and hey, you can't score if you don't put it on the net, right? So
that's
so good to see him score, right?
Oh yeah, finally he's the last guy to get on the scoreboard other than Ubel, but Ubel hasn't played hardly, so it's really hard to say anything about that.
Yeah, and obviously a guy that's probably not going to score a ton, but plays so good defensively, and gets,
especially for being in and out of the lineup.
Yeah, especially lately. I mean, him and Wagner have been kind of switching out the 6th and 7th guys, but I think we've talked about before, Wagner deserves some ice time. He's looked really good. I've been really impressed with him lately. So, I mean, you got to get him in, get some experience. He picked up a couple assists tonight, I believe, in the Swift Current game. But yeah. What else you got from the Moose Jaw game is just nice to see 2 wins again, Moose Jaw, right? You were literally 4 points back of them in the standings since you jumped.
Yep.
Jumped.
Well,
that,
this was one of if not the biggest weekend of the season to this point. I mean,
Oh,
this
definitely.
was, yeah, these were big point swings. Like, I think everybody knew the stakes and they knew it as well. But I'm not too sure. We were sitting here earlier this week saying that they were going to win 4 of the 5 games in 7 nights this week. I certainly wasn't saying that. Um,
No, I was kind of
so
hoping for three, right?
yeah,
Saskatoon, Moose Jaw, and a Swift. So four is just is
yeah,
bonus, right?
it's a
So
bonus for sure.
Definitely. 3 was what I was
And
hoping for.
the other thing too is they've had games in hand all this time, but those games in hand don't mean anything if you don't win them. So
Yeah.
for them to take full advantage of that, I mean, again, that'll be huge for them in the coming weeks.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
yeah, right. So you look at what happened on Monday. The Pats get the win against Swift Current here, and both Red Deer and Moose Jaw lose, right? So
Yeah.
just massive
exactly.
day Monday itself, right?
Back to the
Hmm.
Saturday game in Moose Jaw.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
power plays were the total opposite of the Friday
Yes.
game. Pats went
Yeah,
3 for 6 on the power play. Like,
Yeah, that helped
that's
out,
that
big.
was
obviously.
another. Yeah,
That was big.
yeah,
Yeah, they got a
Going
couple
from
power plays
one
early
to,
in the first two, and they couldn't even score on the power play in the first,
yeah.
unfortunately. But yeah, it got rolling.
yeah.
Um,
Power play was a huge reason for that success too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
yeah. Anyways, yeah. So this Monday game, like, okay, you've got your 3 wins already, and then you come into this Monday game, and Swift Current, like the Pats have handled Swift Current pretty well this year. They've had a couple big wins in Regina, a couple losses in Swift Current, I believe. But yeah, Swift Current came out like they weren't screwing around, right? Like, boom,
This game, man. This
three
game.
goals in 7 minutes. I mean, they did get a little help with a high stick, a 4 minute call that came from upstairs, so it's unfortunate. I mean, if it's a penalty, it's a penalty, I guess. But that's unfortunate. The bench, I didn't think or didn't seem like they were too happy about it. I was at home watching this game, and it seemed like Dante said that they weren't too happy with it. But I mean, it is what it is, and they were able to score on both of them. So you're down 3-0, 7 minutes in, and you're thinking, oof, not good.
Yeah. That was some start to the game. It was unbelievable. 3-0. But I didn't lose faith. I didn't lose faith at all. I was like 3 goals against this team. Not too bad. I had a little bit of hope, and like 40 some seconds later, Lancer gets them on the board. So I was like, well, there's a
Hmm.
chance.
Yeah. Yeah, I tend to agree with that for sure. I think it was a little bit. I don't know. It was concerning, but also at the same time, the double minor was just completely out of left field. So I think once that happened, I mean, that's definitely some unlucky, call. That's an unlucky call, and so
Yeah,
unlucky bounce and down 3-0. I think they also need a response. I think that quick response, getting Lancer on the board early after that third goal, was definitely a huge boost because same thing. I mean, these goals, they just came like one after the other. I mean, there was 6 goals,
in ten
six
minutes.
goals in the opening 10 minutes. Yeah, so it was crazy. And I like we talked about this off the air, but I've never seen a game ever go 3 goals for one team, 3 goals for another team, 3 goals for that first team, and then 3 goals again for the other team. Never seen that before. Maybe like it happens once, like 3 goals, per team, but not twice. That's unbelievable. So it was crazy. It really was.
It definitely was for sure. And like the what was it? 5-3, 8 goals in the first 14:45.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, 5-3 after the first. Like, I
Yeah.
was like, oh my god, what is it going to be? Like double digits for both teams? Like,
I
wild.
was I was sitting there watching the game, and then all of a sudden I get a text from Dante. He's like, I don't know what this game is going to be like. Can you help me with the recap? So that was after the fourth goal.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So like, yeah, like you said, Evan, you don't see teams trade 3 goal spurts like that. You also don't see 4 goalies in a game, and you definitely don't see the starters return to the net. Like that
For
is
both teams.
for both teams. That's like unheard of. Like that
Yeah.
is wild.
I've seen it happen before, but not with both teams. I've seen starters return for teams, but not for both. I don't think.
Yeah, and like you see the odd starter return because he had a equipment issue and the refs weren't giving him the time, so the backup's got to come in for a minute or like
Or the backup is stunk, and then they put the starter back in.
yeah, right. But I mean, yeah, for the backup or to the starter to come back in, like that's you don't see that often, but for both teams is
Especially for
wild.
both teams. Yeah.
I don't
And
know.
like
It's crazy.
yeah, and like they pulled Schlenker pretty quick, right? Like obviously he's had a heavy workload. Like it was when did he come out? Like after the third goal, right? Like
After the third goal, yep.
so yeah, he was out at the 7 minute mark, right? So
hmm
but yeah, like for him yeah, for him to come back though too, right? And then obviously Tabby's a little cold, so he gives up a couple, and then they go back to him at the start of the third. Is it? I can't remember when he came back in now.
Start of the second.
Start of the second. Okay, yeah. So, oh yeah, Tabby just got the 13 minutes. Yeah, of the first. Okay, yeah. So he came back and started the second. So yeah, and then he played the 2 periods. So a little break and then back in it, right?
Yeah.
So that was
Yeah, I
wild.
mean, you had to have known that Tabby was going to be cold. He hasn't played since Prince Albert, which was like almost a week ago.
That too, right? And they
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
obviously didn't practice on those day offs in between these games,
Exactly.
right? So
Yeah.
Exactly. So, yeah, I agree. But like to me, and I don't know about you guys, but I never really felt they were out of this game. I will say when it was like it's easy to say when they're down 3 goals that that they're probably out of the game. But I think in the first instance when they were down the first time 3-0, they got a quick one back, and then they say 2 goal leads are the worst leads in hockey. So and especially against maybe Swift Current, who's at the bottom of the league, I thought for sure there's a possibility that this game is far from over, especially given this is 7 minutes and 51 seconds
yeah,
into the game.
it's
There's
early,
tons,
real early.
Exactly.
there really is tons of hockey left to be played. Then the second time when it was 6-3, I had a little bit less confidence, but then again, you look up at the scoreboard and you still got like this is at the what is this 15? It's like
Yeah.
hardly into the second period.
There's still 25 minutes left.
Exactly. There's tons left to be played. So then again, yeah, like I didn't think that the game was over. I think the second time when they were down 3, I was definitely a little bit more deflated, but didn't think they're ever out of the game. Really didn't
But
think
they
so.
replied really quickly though too. Like after
Again,
they got
yeah,
6-3,
exactly.
it was less than a minute later. It was like 30, 40 seconds later.
Yeah.
And then they scored another minute and a half after that. So it's like
Yeah.
bam, bam, bam.
Yeah, they
So
scored.
there is. Go ahead.
Yeah, they scored 3 goals in the first in 3 minutes, and then they scored 3 goals in the second in like 4 minutes. Like they just 2 short bursts, and like you said, there's a little bit of hesitation after going down. It was 5-3, and Drew on the broadcast is like, "Ooh, they got to get the next one. Can they really go down 3 again?" And then so Kurt scores, and then they come back from 3. Like, geez, just wild, right?
Yeah, there's something to say about it being a 3 goal deficit in general, which listen, a 3 goal deficit could come across 40, 45 minutes of a game, right? Like that to me is a lot more deflating and harder to come back from because they're just the time is running out and the goals are not easy to come by. But in this game, with the goals just they're just handing out goals. Everyone's scoring goals. You never there's a difference between seeing that where it's like, okay, you never see a 3 goal comeback, or it's like you don't see it often with a 1 3 goal comeback. But in this one, there was 2, and you don't see them come that quickly. The 3 goal comeback came very quickly, both times.
Yeah, both times.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and like,
I thought it was kind of crazy that the first 8 goals were in the first 14:45, and then there was nothing for 20 minutes of game time, and then at 14:45 is when they scored again, like a full 20 minutes without a goal, and then basically the third period without a goal.
Yeah.
So it's like
40 minutes without.
20 minutes.
There was 40 minutes without a goal, and there was 12
goals in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, but like you said, when it's a run and gun game like that, you almost think you're never out of it, right? And the Pats have a pretty good offense, right? Like they can score some goals, right? They've got guys that can score.
The craziest thing about this game is that it's 12 different guys scored.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Nobody had a 2-goal game.
right.
Yeah, well, you want to hear something even crazier is the Pats won 7-6. They didn't have a power play goal.
There you
That's
go.
true too.
Yeah,
6 5-on-5 goals. Wow.
That's
yeah. We
that's
can
something
we
you
can
don't see too much from this team.
you
Nope.
could that's a good lead into some of these calls, like the ones late, like the Bridgman high sticking. That was kind of.
Hmm.
I mean, he just hit the guy. Like he didn't, like they showed the replay, and I'm sitting at home in front of the TV. Like there was nothing there, right? Like um, Eglin charging. Yeah, he kind of got pissed off because he got
Yeah.
nailed
He
in the
got nailed.
slot.
Yeah, that's right. And they
There
didn't
was
call.
no
He didn't have the
call.
puck. He
Yeah.
didn't have the
100%.
puck.
Like I'm fine with you calling the Eglin charging. That it's a penalty, but call the other penalty
Yeah,
too,
for sure.
right? Like yeah,
Mhm.
I mean, he was pissed off and he took a run, and they always call the retaliation, always, right? But it happens because you didn't make the right call the first time, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Losing control of the game, right? I mean, the game didn't get out of control, but that's what happens, right? You didn't make the first call. Like there's guys getting nailed in front of the net. Like there's a couple of mad scrambles in the Swift Current crease, and there was one the face off got put out in the neutral zone. Well, the pass player got nailed into the goalie, and so they
Yeah.
Mhm.
put it out, right? Like, well, it's not his fault that he went barreling into the goalie because he got cross checked in the numbers, right? Like,
Yep.
so I mean, there's I think it was the Klassen goal. It was just a mad scramble in front and stuff like that. Like there's some
Yeah, that
interesting
one was.
battles.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean that's the WHL officiating though. It's so inconsistent, unfortunately. But
Yeah. Well,
we've
the,
kind of know it, and you just got to deal with it, and it is what it is, right?
the other thing, even with that, Chris, is they had a late power play. They had a power play into the overtime frame.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
on the
Bridgman call,
Bridgman.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. And, they had to kill off, I think it was at least a minute
a minute
or
10.
so. Yeah. To get into the overtime period, right? So,
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So yeah, 50 seconds, and then they killed a minute 10 in overtime, and those 4-on-3 power plays are like we talked about this before, just recently, Kevin. Like, what is how how much more, or what's the jump from a 5-on-4 power play to a 4-on-3? Like what's the percentage increase? And it's we don't know what it is, but it seems like it's a lot, right? Like 4-on-3, you just got so much more room out there.
yeah.
Those lanes open up, and it's easy to go side to side, and that's how they score goals, right? Like so for
Yeah.
them to kill that, and then they dominated the overtime. Like it was all
They really
Pats.
did. Yeah, they really did. They
For them
really did.
dominating, there was one shot each in overtime, which
Oh,
blew
that's
my
what
mind when I
really?
saw it. Yeah, I was like,
Oh,
man, there was a lot of opportunities, but just couldn't hit the net.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was the other thing. They had a lot of chances where they just missed the net. But when you're talking about puck possession and that overtime, I'd love to see what the puck possession time was in that because it
Oh,
was
the
in Swift
Pats,
Current's end the entire frame, basically.
pretty much, yeah. The
Yeah.
Pats had the puck
Yeah.
the, pretty much the whole time.
Hmm.
And back to shots on goal. Like in the third period, how many times did the Pats hit the post?
Oh yeah.
Couple.
Well, there's
Especially
even
like
one.
yeah,
Yeah,
The one
exactly.
play went twice off the one play.
twice. That's what I
Yeah,
was gonna say. Yeah, it
Yeah.
hit
yeah.
twice.
And not too long after that, there was another post, that exact same post. Brown hit the post. So it's like they couldn't buy a goal in the third
Actually,
to finish it.
speaking of posts, the Friday night game, how many posts did Moose Jaw have? Like four?
At least 3 or 4, yeah. Pats hit a
Yeah.
couple too, but not obvious
Yeah,
ones.
there
But
was yeah,
Yeah.
Moose Jaw had quite a few posts in that Friday game,
oh yeah.
which maybe it could have been a different game on Friday. But
Oh, of
anyways,
course. But that's why the posts are
But
there.
yep.
that,
The goalie covered 100% of the net. He doesn't have to cover
even
the
the
post,
one
right?
the one
Exactly.
today, they had the horn and like the lights went out. They thought it went in on that
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right.
deflection.
yeah.
Cream off deflection in front. They thought it went in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
100%.
close chances for sure.
But yeah, just an exciting game. And I mean, you go to the shootout, and then like, I mean, a shootout, but like, there's some good skill on display, right? Like, the Swift Current.
Yeah.
I was thinking, okay, shootout, we've got this, right? Like, but Swift Current, man, they did real well in the shootout and gave it a run. But I think it seemed like the guys had figured out low glove, right? Like, you know,
Yeah, 3 out of the 4
Schultz,
goals,
Pugh,
low glove.
yeah, and then Karimov, his goal, like, man, he almost lost it. Like, well, he did lose it, but he reached back and pulled it and then went forehand. Like,
The puck kept going forward.
yeah, like that was a nice little save by him, and for him to be able to put that one in too after. I mean, it's so hard. Like you're trying to make a move and then you lose the puck, and he's able still to score.
Not often do you score 3 goals in the shootout and lose. Like, so
Yeah,
if
yeah.
they scored 3 times, Pat scored 4. Like,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
baffling.
That is just a testament to what the game was today, Kevin.
100%.
Craziness. But yeah, those are nice goals, but I think they had to have been relaying the message on the bench. Like I think after they scored the first one, which Maddox was able to score there, and also just goes to show how the coaching staff is trusting these kids, right?
Yeah.
Maddox and Liam
Well,
Yeah,
that are
shooting
shooting third and
back to
fourth.
back.
Yeah.
well, I figured the way it was going, I was like, it was going to be Fawcett, Schultz, and Pugh. Like I thought those were going to be the three. So Brown was in there, which is fine. I mean, and then you go Karimov. Like, I mean, how many shootouts has the team been in? Like one this year?
This is the second one, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So, and then Lansert. I mean, the first goal, right? Like for the team today, like his goal, that was a real nice shot, right? Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
and then he goes in and finds a low glove like Schultz and Pugh did, right? So,
Yeah.
and then Dante was getting mixed up. He thought Pugh had won it, even though we were shooting first. So
Oh.
he was pretty sure Pugh had won it. But
Well,
then you said
after the
Kevin,
Schultz goal, I think both goalies thought it was over because
Really?
both Schlenker and Cook kind of skated out of their nets and they both went back. So
Oh,
it's
really?
like, what's going
Oh,
on?
geez. So,
Oh.
but then he got back on track. I think maybe Drew mentioned something, and but yeah, got her back on track, and then Lansard scores, and then Schlenker makes the save on Wilkie. Man, that was close. So Wilkie
Oh,
almost
yeah.
snuck at 5-hole.
Yeah.
And I think he took a little peek behind him, but he wasn't able to get it in 5-hole and bounced off his pads. So, but yeah, huge win. How was the crowd today? I mean, obviously it was the holiday. It was the day game. Lots of kids there, I assume, and it was a pretty good crowd.
Wasn't too bad, I don't think. It looked pretty decent for a holiday day crowd.
Yeah. It was actually I thought it was a pretty good crowd for sure. They were into the game too. Of course, it helps when you're having that big comeback there, but
Lots of stuff to cheer about.
yeah, I think it was a big crowd because we also had the hockey card sale and the team signing event after
Right.
the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I honestly thought it was pretty filled out today. So yeah, it was good atmosphere.
Good.
Yeah, and it wasn't super screamy either. Like I thought for sure I'd be deaf by now, but like the
Yeah, with all
kids,
the
even when they
kids
did
screaming.
the Fanometer thing going on, it wasn't as shrill as it normally is.
That's what I was thinking. Like, you get the kids at the day game and you put the noise meter, and the kids just scream out their lungs, right? And it's so high pitched, right? But yeah, no, it's good to see. I mean, this team's playing some good hockey. I mean, yeah, they're up and down, but they
The
are
roller coaster continues.
yeah, but they are an entertaining team, right? They can score. It's not like they're just slogging through some games and pulling out a win here and there. They've got some talent, right? And obviously with Schultz and Pugh, the big names, and one's local, people want to come see them. So, and they're doing well, right? So, yeah, so it's good to see the atmosphere hopefully coming back a little bit here as they make this playoff push. Yeah. So, anything else you guys got from this week? We'll maybe touch on the standings here next.
No, other than the fact that with how many games left did you say, Evan? 15?
15. Yeah.
The
8
Pats have
home,
scored
7 away.
18 more goals this year than they did all of last season with 15 games left. So there's something about this team that seems to be working. They've got 20 wins. They got their 20th win today. They had 16 all of last year. So 22 2 years ago. So they're well on the way to eclipsing the 22 win mark, hopefully. So yeah, things are looking good, I think, going forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's been a roller coaster up and down, but I mean, that's junior hockey. Like Friday night, PA, Medicine Hat, and Edmonton all lost on Friday night, right? The top 3 teams in the conference.
Yep.
So, there's no guaranteed win. I mean, there was some big scores today. Medicine Hat over Red Deer, doing us a favor at 10-1.
huge favor.
Yeah, huge, a nice little favor, huge win there, and PA putting the boots to Moose Jaw 6-0, right? So, but yeah, you look at the standings now. Pat's clear in 7th with 47 points. Red Deer in 8th with 46, and Moose Jaw with 45 in 9th. So it's going to be battle right down to the wire. But I mean,
Pats have a game in hand on Red Deer and 2 on Moose Jaw too. So
yeah,
that's huge. As long as they don't blow.
as long as they win it, right?
Yep. As long as they
But-
don't blow those games.
Or like today, you win one, and they both lose one, right? So
Yeah, exactly.
That's the other
big.
thing though, that everybody's got to remember. Like, yeah, we need to keep winning games, but at the same time, so does everybody else.
yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, obviously I haven't looked at Moose Jaw or Red Deer's schedule, but just looking at the Pats schedule, like there's some tougher games again coming up, right? Like that's why this week was so key, right? To get a win over Saskatoon and 3 over Moose Jaw and Swift Current, the teams that you gotta beat to make this playoff push, because you can't guarantee a win. Like you got Edmonton Penticton coming up. Like you've played good against Edmonton. It's going to be a tough game. We haven't seen Penticton obviously, but they're really good. They're second in the West, 35-11, right? They're rolling. And then you look at the week after, PG, Brandon, Saskatoon, right? And then the week after that's Medicine Hat and Lethbridge. So not as many, winnable games coming up here. But I mean, if they play how they can play, like, the Saskatoon game was it was pretty loose too, like today, but they can beat
It wasn't even
Saskatoon.
loose. It was beyond loose. I don't even know how to describe it. It was worse than pond hockey. It's like nobody wanted to stop the puck.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to shoot the puck, but it was one of those games.
And some heavy weeks again coming up, right? The last 2 weeks, there's 9 games in the last 2 weeks of the season, right? In 14 days. I guess there's 10 and 16. So
Crazy
yeah.
schedule.
Yeah, right. And those are on the road too. Like a bunch are on the road. 3, 4, 5, 6 out of the last 8 games are on the road. So it's always tougher to win on the road, right? And so, if they're behind the sticks here and need to make up some points in wins that they've missed out on here in these home games, it's going to be real tough, right? They got to kind of jump on these games that are winnable here.
100%.
Yep, I agree. That last couple weeks schedule is pretty brutal in terms of playing a lot of road games and not against easy opponents either. So you got to win the games you're supposed to win, and then you gotta squeak out points in other ways. So
yeah, and hopefully
it'll be an interesting month.
Definitely, yeah. Hopefully you can get a point or here or 2 on these other games that are a little bit tougher on the schedule, right? So
yeah.
But yeah, any other closing thoughts here before we wrap this up? No interview this week. It was a busy week. We figured this was gonna be a longer episode with 5 games, so we thought, we'll bring Evan on and have a new voice on and kind of just roll with it here.
Last week you brought up Pats that played in the Olympics.
Right.
I have a list. 1932, Ken Moore, first Pat player to play in the Olympics, played for Canada. 1968, Fran Huck. Morris Mott played for Canada in 68 as well. He was a loner player in 1964-65. Wally Schreiber played 2 Olympics, 88 and 92 with Canada. 94, Jason Meyer played for Germany. Rick Nashheim played for Austria, and Wally Schreiber again played for Canada in 94. Al McInnes in 98, his legendary 2 games with the Pats.
Yeah, there you go.
1998, Dusty Emu played for Japan. Esa Tikkanen, 98 for Finland. He played a couple games with the Pats too.
Yep.
98, a guy named Rick Nashheim played for Austria. He played in the early 80s for the Pats. Al McInnes again in 2002. Rano Petrovicki in 2004 for Slovakia. TJ Mulak in 2010 for Germany. Martin Marincin, 2014 for Slovakia. And Juraj Valic in 2018 for Slovakia. Jordan Wheel in 2022 for Canada. Marincin, 2022 and 26 for Slovakia. And Matt Bradley this year for Italy.
So
In 1980, Lauren Davis was one of the coaches for Canada.
So that's like 14 Olympians then. So
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
That's a pretty decent list, right? More
Yeah.
than I thought, right?
Yeah.
Martin
I mean-
Marincin, Leaf legend.
Yes.
There you go. Yeah.
3-time Olympian too.
Yeah, that's crazy. Wow.
Yeah,
But
that's
I
the
mean,
list I came up with. So
obviously with the imports, right? You don't you think of guys that have been here longer and stuff like that. But yeah, and then Matt Bradley, it looks like he has some Italian heritage.
yeah,
We weren't too sure. I seen a post on X that his grandpa or something posted, and it was a pretty Italian name. So, so yeah, he obviously maybe on his mom's side, he's got some Italian roots there. Obviously, the Bradley name isn't too Italian, but clearly has some in the family there. So,
but I guarantee a lot of people wouldn't even know who TJ Mulock is. Who play
No.
for the Pats, or like Wally Schreiber, Rick Nashheim,
yeah,
Jason Meyer. So
is that like the Timu Rick Nash or what? Like,
no, Nash, Rick Nashheim.
but yeah, no, for sure, right? I vaguely remember him, and we've talked about him recently, so that the name is fresh in our minds. But yeah, like for him to play for who was it?
Germany,
right?
He was playing in the Dell for a long time. So
Oh, okay.
German league.
Yeah,
Him and his
'cause-
brother both played in Germany for years and years and years. So
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if they had any German ancestry or not, but obviously when guys go over there and play in one country for a while, they can obviously get that citizenship
yeah,
and play for the team. So, but yeah, no, that's great. That's good. So, yeah, I don't think I have anything else. Just the two games this weekend, right? Edmonton Penticton at home, so a couple teams you don't see very often. So,
and the
get out to-
Prospects game on Wednesday.
and the Prospects game on Wednesday. So, but yeah, this team's playing some good hockey. So get out to the rink, hey?
Definitely. What do you say,
Right.
Evan? Get out to the rink.
100%. This is the
Good.
time to do it.
Got the memes ready?
Not quite yet. I have to go do that after this.
Yeah,
Stay
finally
away
some-
from basketball memes. Try to find some non-basketball ones.
I've got lots of others that aren't basketball. I've had a few
Okay.
that are basketball, but I've had some that have been,
Yeah.
No,
Evan's having
so.
some fun. Obviously, got some wins going, got some win streaks. Sweeping.
Hey,
Moose
you
Jaw.
win games. You win games. We'll have fun after.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Why not?
Yeah. I know we talked to
Exactly.
Brad on Friday, and you asked him a question, and he said, "Well, I don't want to put any
I asked
bulletin
him-
board material."
I said to him, "You guys are 5-0-1 against Moose Jaw. What's the success? Like, how has that come, and why are you guys so good against them?" Basically, is what I said. Something along those
Yeah,
lines.
yep.
And what do you say, Chris?
He's like, "Oh, I don't know. I don't want to put out any bulletin board material or anything like that, and we'll just play our own game and it's something to that effect, right?" And then all of a sudden, boom! An hour later, all these memes are coming out. The bulletin board materials coming out from Evan on the social media, but it's good. It's fun, right? So,
And they won that game, so
and they
Yeah.
won Saturday too, so it's even better, right? You get the little sweep going on the weekend. So
4-0 since the memes. So
there you go.
Yeah.
yeah,
Hey.
Yeah.
Keep it up.
keep it going.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever's working, don't change it, right?
Exactly.
That's right.
Finally stacking those wins, right? Finally getting those wins like we've asked.
Longest win streak of the season.
Finally,
There you
4-game winning streak. That's
There you go.
fantastic. Finally.
Awesome.
Anyways, well, with that, thanks for jumping on, Evan. And yeah, we'll see everybody at the rink this weekend. Have a good night.
Yep.
Take her
Thank
easy.
you.
Schultz into the right corner for Regina. Comes busting in. Maddox Schultz scores! Overtime winner! Maddox Schultz, the hat trick! 7-6, Regina wins it in comeback fashion. Schultz scores with 18 seconds left to tie it and wins it in overtime. My, oh my! You are kidding me! What a victory as Evan Gardner snaps his stick in half at the Saskatoon bench. Regina wins it 7-6 in overtime. And Trey Wilkie with 3 points in the game to extend it. With speed on the left wing side, Wilkie backhand